What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Wow. Today's vlog is going to be a very just unedited, relaxed day at home with me and the baby girl. It's a little bit late that we're getting our day started right now. I feel like I'm usually up and kind of going typically around like 6 or 7 because that's when she wakes up, but then I stay awake after her morning nap and just kind of get my day started from there. But this morning she was up at 6 and it took me a really long time to fall asleep last night. Like I didn't go to bed until like 2. So my alarm was initially set for 6 to like get up, do a full morning routine because I'm trying to get into one that I love right now. But I was up with her at 6, and then when she went back down to bed at like 7:30, I also went back to bed. And so now it is just after 10 and I have been only up for like 45 minutes. Got myself ready, got her fed, diaper changed, but she's like still in PJs. We are not like moving along at the pace that we usually do today, but I figured I would take you guys in behind the scenes of that and just hang out with you today. So welcome. You want to say good morning? Say, hey everybody, I slept so well last night. She went to bed at, what time was it? I think it was like 6:30, slept until 10, had her feeding, and then she slept through the night again until 6 a.m. So it was a glorious night for sleep for the baby. Bless you! When I say that I am out of sorts though, I mean it. Like the kitchen is still a mess. I have not even had any coffee yet. I did have something to eat this morning at like maybe 6:15, 6:20 because I was so starving. I find that even if it's like, oh no, you okay? Even if it's like super early and I'm not having my full breakfast, I always have to eat something because with breastfeeding, I wake up like feeling sick from usually feeding at some point throughout the night. And so I had like a little bowl of cereal at 6:15, but we need to have a good, hearty, delicious breakfast this morning, hey? What should mommy have? What do you think? Good idea. Starting with coffee. I do have an Nespresso coffee machine that I could use that is sitting right here. But for whatever reason, for the last few weeks now, honestly, I have just been so into French press coffee again. I think because it's like when I first started drinking coffee and getting into doing it like every day, that was what I had. And so there's something about it that just feels like comforting to me, of like having a full French press of coffee that I can even come back to during the day. It's also a very inexpensive way to drink coffee, which is nice too. Bling, bling, bling. I've been recording this whole time? Oh my gosh. I did not mean to do that. All right, now I have coffee, I have breakfast. She's already getting sleepy again, so I'm actually going to have to put her down for a nap in a few minutes. I'm gonna try and push it like 15-20 minutes because she's only been awake for like an hour and 30. And I'm trying to shoot for like 2-hour wake windows right now to stretch it out a little bit because otherwise she would nap all day if I would let her. So we're gonna do a couple more minutes, okay? You can just hang with mommy while she has her breakfast. I made myself a nice little 3-egg omelette with spinach and red peppers, and what else is in here? Onion. There's been so much floating around my head in the last little bit, so I just want to chat with you guys and work through some of it in real time, maybe get some of your guys' feedback and thoughts in the comment section because it would be really helpful for me as I process through everything. But I need to dump all of this out and figure out how I'm going to organize and categorize it all and go from there. So let's get ready to do that. Here we are. I actually don't even really know how long has been accumulating for. I'm pretty sure this is just like from the middle of last week and over the weekend. I was at a women's conference this past weekend, so I didn't get the time that I usually would to like reset for the next week, and so some of that is delayed and happening now, but there is quite a mountain here. And I'm going to categorize it by like the stuff that's mine, the stuff that's Jared's, and the stuff that is Vivian's, and then kind of tackle it from there, I guess. Where did I put my coffee? Okay, I need to know where that is. That would be no bueno if I dumped that all over all of these clean clothes. So as I mentioned, there's a lot that I'm like processing through right now when it comes to this channel. And I think like the biggest thing of that is like the content that I want to put out, that I feel good about putting out, and that you guys want to see. I don't necessarily want this channel like moving forward to be just like mommy blogger type content or like mommy influencer type content. I feel like as much as in the vein of motherhood, I want to be able to encourage you guys in that, bring light to the reality of the really hard things in that, but also just bring emphasis to the parts of it that are really beautiful and how we can grow in all of that together. I don't want to do that for just that aspect of life, if that makes sense. I feel like that's definitely like the niche that I'm in right now because that's the season of life that I'm in right now. But longer term, like I want this to be my life more holistically. And so with that, I want to be able to talk about marriage and like what it is like to be a wife and to be a biblical wife and what that looks like, that aspect of relationship, but not just that relationship, relationships with other people, with friends, with family, those dynamics, what it looks like to be a homemaker and to take care of your home and to fold laundry and to do that with joy, and all of these different things that kind of align with that element of motherhood that I've been focusing on, but not just that thing. And I feel like consistently I notice, and there's nothing wrong with this, like it's totally fine, but the videos that I make that are like very focused on Vivian and what is going on in her life and all of those things are the videos that do really well on this channel. Again, like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I do want to just kind of like level set and set the expectation that like this is not going to be a YouTube channel for my kids. I'm just kind of, I think, like wrestling through right now how much of their lives like I want to have on display and how much of that is like fair to have of them online. So like just so you guys know off the hop, like not everything that goes on in our lives will be on the internet. Like if there are moments that I feel like, okay, I actually want to like save this for us and save this for you, or I just don't even feel like comfortable about sharing it, like there's certain things that are just a hard no for me, like bath times and things like that. Like there's just a level of privacy that I want to be able to maintain for my kids over the years. And so I think I'm just like navigating what that looks like and like how I can have this channel be a little bit more holistic, but also balancing the fact that like naturally just the human in me, and this is me just being like super real with you guys, like wants the videos to do well, but I'm not out here to like make money off my kids and my family and do all that stuff. Ultimately, like my heart is just to encourage you guys to be a light to you as a woman in whatever stage of womanhood that is, whether you are a mom or you're looking forward to that stage of life one day, whether you are a wife looking forward to that stage of life one day, even if you are someone that's single, like, and this is totally off the radar for you, like in all of those aspects, I even want to be able to just encourage you in that stage of life, because I feel like there is really just even a lack of helpful, like healthy commentary and content online right now about being a woman in today's day and age, what that looks like, how to do that in a way that is like God honoring. And so I don't know, maybe all of this is just like babbling, but I'm like honestly processing in real time like some of where I want this content and where I want this channel to go. And I think like one of the things that even did spur it for me was some of the like response that I got on the postpartum sex video. I felt like convicted to create that video. I felt like it was something that people needed to hear, that it could be an encouragement to some people, and ultimately that could actually be really helpful for people's marriages in a season of life that I know like it was hard for Jared and I postpartum and navigating all of that. And now that we are in a place of health, I want to be able to speak to that a little bit. And so I think it's the same with all of the videos that I put out. Like I just want to be a light to you guys, and I don't want to worry about whether or not a video is going to do well and have that be the thing that stops me from posting it, if that makes sense. Like I want to be able to just like even pray and be like, God, what is it that you want me to share with these women and with these people that are watching right now? And then just be like obedient to whatever I feel that is, without the consequence of feeling like, okay, what if I lose subscribers? What if I don't get as many likes on this video? What if people choose not to comment this time? What if YouTube doesn't push this out? Whatever. And those are all the thoughts that I balance, because I want it to do well. Like every time it does, that's great. But I don't want to do anything that I feel like is not what God is calling me to do with it. And so all of this to say, I think that I'm going to start like creating and posting some more videos that are just like on some of those topics that are a little bit more like getting to the heart of some of the things that we deal with as women, like comparison and navigating social media use and how to actually still live a full life and recognize the benefits of social media without allowing that to actually like run you and things like that. And some of the more things even in motherhood of like mom guilt, because good Lord knows I've dealt with a lot of that in the last few months as well. You can definitely still expect a lot of this mom content, but I do want to introduce more of those just like life chats and just real life conversations and topics with you guys, because I do want to, outside of even just the practical day-to-day of being a mom, want to encourage you guys on like a deep soul level and help you just feel encouraged and feel like you're not alone in any of the things that you're going through, because you're not. Like so many of the things that you're going through are real, they're common, and so let's talk about some of those things. So that is my ramble. That is all the things that's going on in my head right now. As you can see, it's very unformed. If you want more of that, then let me know in the comments. But if there are specific topics that you guys want me to target as well, let me know. Hearing some of the responses that I got and the DMs that I got from the postpartum sex video, like I got a ton of messages from you guys, especially just like new moms that are freshly postpartum and are like, hey, I needed this. Like my marriage needed this. We're struggling right now. Like here is what's going on. Can you be praying for me? And to me, that is like, okay, that's why I do what I do. There's more topics like that that you guys want to see on this channel. Let me know, because as you know, I'm not afraid to go there. So yeah, that's kind of where my head is at right now. Hey, baby. Hi. How was your sleep? She does not see this camera often, so when she does, she's always like, what the heck is that? Hey, honey. Did you have a good nap? Are you looking at the big spooky camera? Can I have your susu? Thank you so much. Oh, hi. Hi. Do you want to have some lunch? You want to have some milk? Yeah? Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys an update on what I'm doing right now with Vivian in terms of play. So I'm going to give you like a little tour of the play zone that we have right now. We don't have a huge house, so we just do play in her bedroom right now in like kind of a designated corner for it, but I will also move her around the house often and put her on this playmat that I've talked about a lot on this channel. Full disclaimer, I got this at a HomeSense, so I can't link it for you guys exactly, but I think on my Amazon storefront, which is in the description box, there's a similar one. So I'm so sorry I can't link this for you guys, but having something like this is really helpful to just move them around the house and have a spot for play. But I'll give you guys a little tour of what's on her like play shelf right now. So let me just turn this camera around. Okay, so I've recently redone this a little bit, but we very loosely follow some of the Montessori principles. So down here I have some of the toys that are kind of at eye level for her. Obviously not super in reach because she's not crawling or sitting yet on her own, but some of the toys that she's playing with most frequently down here. And then up here is the toy basket, I'm trying to study this camera, that I've showed you guys on this channel before. And this I will kind of like customize depending on where we are in the house and what things I want her to be focusing on. But a lot of the stuff that's in here is in one of the vlogs that I posted about like how I was playing with her at the 3-4 month range. So a lot of this stuff is like very much kind of customized to that 3 and 4 month age range. And then back here I have like some visual stimulation books. So again, if I'm like moving somewhere in the house, I'll just put together like a little toy basket and bring that with me. But something that I also do for her, and this one is like so gross now because it's super old, but sensory bags. So I think it's Montessori Dad's Way, which is an Instagram account that I follow that like show these different sensory bags. So these used to be beautiful bright leaves, and this is honestly like my note to throw them out, but I filled a bag with leaves for Vivian to kind of like crunch and to look around at, and so that was something that she was using a couple of weeks ago, but no longer now that it is not fall where we live anymore. And then up here are all of her books. So we read books for like a lot of the time that she's awake. Oftentimes, even if she is playing, I will be reading to her as well. And then up and behind me here, I have some more kind of like seasonal books that I will put on that little shelf. But that's kind of like what her toy zone looks like. Here's like a better full shot of the play area in her room. So her shelf is over here with toys for easy access. Right now she is on the LOVEVERY playmat, which I'll link in the description box. What I love about this playmat is that all of these like extensions on here also come off and are brand new toys for her. So there's like this little crinkle one over here that has a teething ring, this little like rattle toy over here, this area where you can actually like swap out the cards, but you can also pull these away and kind of customize based on the cards they send. So there's a little mirror behind here that she can look at. This little like grasping ball, and then all of these different quadrants are like kind of catered to a different learning objective. And another thing is you can actually like detach this too, so you can actually lift that and move it away if you want them to have more room to play without the objects hanging down. But that's kind of an overview of the play area. While we're on the topic of LOVEVERY, I have had a couple people ask me if their stuff is worth it and if I would recommend it. And I would say that if you're trying to do like some sort of Montessori style play, or if you're someone that is thinking about developmentally appropriate toys and kind of paying attention to all that research, I think the kits are great, because essentially what I was doing, hi monkey, was doing all of the research, but then going and sourcing all of the Montessori style toys for Vivian and kind of purchasing as I went. But having the kits is really nice because I don't have to do that research work anymore. It comes to my house with all of the developmentally appropriate toys for her, and then information on how all of it works. So I wanted to show you guys what came in the 5-6 month kit. All of the toys are on the shelf, so I'll show you guys what was in the actual box. But it gives you an overview of all the different things it comes with, and then also like a suggested timeline of how to introduce them. This one came with this like parts of me book that basically shows them like hands and nose and hair and all of those different things that they're learning, so they can become more acquainted with like their own bodies. It also came with this organic cotton rainbow ball for grasping and kind of holding on to, learning colors. This toy, which is Vivian's favorite right now, it's like this little play tissue box that just keeps like releasing a new one. You can interconnect them with each other so they can actually like practice pulling out from the top. But Vivian right now, because she's not sitting upright, I'll often hold this above her head and allow her to pull them out, or I'll actually let her kind of go through and pick one out one by one, and she really loves this toy. So this was a huge hit in our house. The next thing is this tummy time wobbler. So this kind of helps them to develop that tummy time strength. What else is in here? Oh, this thing, which is directly in front of me. This spinning rainbow. So this is kind of like a tool that's got colors on it, but it just allows them to practice like either sitting or lying down beside it on their side or on their tummy, just spinning this thing and hearing the sound that it makes. So those are all the toys. Oh no, I missed one. These, which is like one of her favorite things. These are for kick play, like I mentioned, so they're little rattle socks. While these kits can be a little bit pricey, I think like if they're the only toys that you buy for your baby and they're the only toys that you really need, that they're super affordable. Because when I was sourcing them all on my own, I ended up spending more than this, and obviously did all of the work of like finding the things myself. So it's nice that it all just comes to our house and she gets all of these toys that I can feel good about her playing with. So if you're watching this between, I believe, November 25th and November 29th, LOVEVERY is actually doing their biggest sale of the year on the play kits. I believe it's $30 off your play kit. So that is a pretty huge chunk. So if you use the code PLAYKITS30, and I'll put this in the description box as well, again, between the 25th and the 29th for their Black Friday sale, you can save $30 off any of the play kits that are designed for the first year. So if you guys want to check out LOVEVERY, then this is a great time to do it. You want to reach that one next? The rainbow? You got all the tissues. How would you do if mommy let go a little bit? Would you lean forward? Oop, that's okay. You want to try again? Good job. Tomorrow I'll be all the things I tried to be today. Adventurous, strong, smart, curious, creative, confident, and brave. And if I wasn't one of them, I know that it's okay. But tonight I'm very sleepy, so now it's time to rest. Tomorrow I'll be all these things, or at least I'll try my best. The cutest little baby. A little astronaut girl. She was just napping and I tried to clean the rest of the stuff I needed to clean while she was doing that, which is why you guys missed some of it. We have some people coming over tonight, so I tried to get all of that done while she was asleep. And now we're gonna go play in the snow, hey? I'm currently sitting on the floor of Vivian's bedroom while she plays. Jared isn't home yet, so I'm trying to get some stuff done like while she's still just hanging out, and the sun is also setting right now, so if I look very orange and glowy, that's why. I did put together gift guides, which is what I wanted to mention to you guys. So if you go to my Instagram at Beth Grace Moore, and then you go to my highlights on my Instagram page, the very first highlight that I have are gift guides, and I created them for like your husband or your dad. I created them for you or your mom or your friend, but I also created a couple for kids. So there's one in there for babies from 0 to 12 months, but also for toddlers. So there are some good ideas in there and links for you guys to check out if you are looking to do your Christmas shopping on the Black Friday weekend, which I always do. I always try and get it done when things are a good price and get the things that I know that I would have needed to get anyway. I've seen a lot of promotion this year with people advertising their sales in advance, and I think there's gonna be a lot of really good ones, so let's see what happens. Well, I think we're going to wrap up the vlog here now. I did mention that we have some people coming over tonight, so need to get dinner sorted and all the things that need to happen before that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I think your daddy just got home. Your daddy just got home. Are you so excited? Alright, until my next video, I love you guys, I'm praying for you guys, and we will see you soon.